Hello, world. Long time no talk to. And fortunately, I'm not going to be able to talk much during this video. It's just going to be me building. Had a bit of an accident. My not so fortunate luck is continuing in 2025. So, yeah, what happened? You may be asking yourselves. I set myself on fire. Yeah. Sounds horrific? Well, it is. I'll try to use what little voice I have here to tell the story. Story time, story time, story time. All right, get ready for this story. Oh, by the way, I'm building a mini map, a new mini map. Can't say it's really well thought out, but I guess we're gonna go the freight depot there. I don't know why we need to go there, but anyway, I just noticed this tunnel. I wasn't gonna include the tunnel, but since it's there, I kind of want to have it. So we'll come out of the tunnel here, and then we'll kind of cram all our industries right in here, this area. We got the sawmill over there. Could put various things here. Yeah. Yeah, just I guess around this mountain here. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a lot of track. Gonna be a lot of track. So anyway, back to my story. I may have to clear my throat a bunch of times. You'll understand why in a second. I was working on my snow thrower in the garage, freezing cold. Had my little ceramic heater going. And I had a clogged fuel line. I decided to lay the snow thrower on its side and use some air to kind of unclog the fuel line. I used the tiniest bit of air, and it worked. But when I removed the air, suspenseful, the gas flew back out of the line onto my face, head, and shirt, and went in my eye, and I was like, fuck, I'm covered in gas. That lasted all of 2 seconds. And then the ceramic igniter, is the ceramic heater. You know, it's hard to play this game and tell the story. It was pretty freaking traumatizing. So the ceramic heater ignited the fumes, as you may have guessed by now. And poof, I was on fire. Yay me. And so my situation went from bad to worse. I was in the garage. So I jumped up and the flames like enveloped my whole head, my sweatshirt and everything. And I ran out the garage, unsure what to do really. I just knew I had to get out of the garage because the garage was on fire at that point. And so was I, my face, my head, everything. And I went into a panic, like I was thinking to myself, holy shit, am I really on fire? Like, not only was I on fire, I was on fire bad. I'm usually a pretty quick thinker, but a little bit of, shock and dismay. And when you're on fire, things start happening, the pain and everything starts happening real fast. Yep, sounds really awful. It was awful. So I ran out the garage. I had already plowed my parking area with my other snow thrower. I have two snow throwers. The one I was fixing was for the backyard because there's gravel back there and I don't want to use my good snow thrower on the gravel. Anyway, there was like a little patch of snow up against my house that I didn't quite get. So I jumped and slid onto that and started rolling, right? Stop, drop, and roll. That's what they taught us if you're on fire. So as I was rolling, the fire was kind of going out, but it was also being ignited because the wind of me rolling was fanning the gas, so to speak. Okay, why is this going up like this? I don't want that. So I rolled back and forth a couple times, which really didn't have much effect because it was putting me out and igniting me at the same time. It was at that moment, and all this time I was trying to protect my airways because my face was on fire and I was didn't want to breathe the flames in. It's weird how it did that. But I said to myself, I have to yell for help now. My wife and son were inside the house, right below the window where I was going crazy, trying to put the fire out. All this is happening in a matter of seconds, mind you. So I breathe in to yell for help, and I breathe the fire in. It hurt like hell, and just started screaming for help because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get myself out. you know, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. And I stood up and I was trying to assess my situation again, I guess, for a couple seconds and kept like wiping my face to try and put the fire out, I guess. Not really sure, you know. At this point, I mean, I'm in a panic, and I am not a type of person who panics, but you really don't have much choice in the matter. And then what I said, oh, let me jump off. My wife and son heard me. My wife started screaming. At this point, I'm like, it was like a freaking bad dream, of course. The whole time it was like a bad dream. And hold on, does this work? Yeah, it's a little rough talking still, by the way. So it hurt. Sasquatch hurt. At times it hurt really bad, but I think what happens is your nerves kind of like stop working a little. It doesn't hurt as much as you think it would. The worst part was like not being able to breathe. So anyway, I remembered that I had plowed a bunch of snow with the snow thrower. Like I live on a hill, so I jumped off my driveway like 8 feet in the air. Is this gonna make it? And I threw myself into the pile of snow that I had plowed and landed face first in it. And when my face hit that, oh, it felt so good. But my face actually sizzled. Sizzling face. Yeah, all that stuff. I guess, like I said, I'm the kind of person I don't really panic. So someone else may have caught on fire and just fell to the ground and burned to death, whereas I was using my brain to try and imagine, um, to try and get my way out, think my way out of the situation. This didn't actually connect, did it? Oh, so yeah, I'm face down in some like about a foot of snow, just letting the snow cool my face off. It was sizzling. The skin was. Why isn't this connecting to this? The freaking skin was sizzling. It's broken. You know what? We're just gonna manually move this over here. Yeah, like cooked meat. This is dumb. I don't understand why this is not connecting. as if we put a bridge on it. Yeah, so my face is cooling off. I'm letting it cool my face down until it's so cold that I can't take it anymore. And then I look up, I lift my head up and look to the left, and my arm was still on fire, and the flame from that uh, burned my face again, sort of. So then I said, oh shit, I have to roll. So I rolled. Look at this. That connected, but the track didn't connect. So I rolled again, and then I was out. And then I managed to stand up, and I was just throwing snow on my face, trying to cool off. My son and wife are standing there, freaking out, in just as much shock as I was. You know, it's a little upsetting, even just telling this story. Like I almost want to cry. Like there's the physical injury of what happened, and there's the mental part. And it really, really affected me mentally, like a lot. Like I had to keep. It's been 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks exactly. You know that curve is terrible. So when I'm up, standing up, putting snow on my face, trying to cool off my face, which hurts really bad at this point. Here's a little better. And then, I think to myself, fuck, my garage is on fire. And I don't want to lose everything in my garage. Probably have, I don't know, $20,000-$30,000 worth of stuff in there, plus the garage itself, another 20. You know? Yeah, I opened my eyes only briefly at times, just to see where I was jumping to or rolling to. I kept my eyes closed. So yeah, I kept my eyesight. I mean, I burned my eyebrows off. All my eyelashes are gone. So there was flame there. My nostrils were burnt out. All the hair in my nostrils singed up into my sinuses. My tongue was burnt. The roof of my mouth was burnt. My throat was burnt. My lungs were burnt. Both of my ears on the outside were burnt really bad. Got a couple good burns on my one hand. My work gloves that I had on were soaked in gas and they went on fire and melted to my skin. And then my face, like from my eyes down my cheeks, below my lip to my chin. That's the worst part, actually, from the lip to the chin. That's still, still needs the skin to fall off. I've spent the last 2 weeks showering like 3 times a day and peeling skin off my face. Are we having fun yet? Oh my god. But anyway, I stand up and I'm like, oh, my garage is on fire. And I want to put it out. So I look at my son. I'm like, I didn't have an extinguisher in the garage. I had 3 in the house. I have 1 in there now. Iconic. Hello. Yeah, the game is fun. Telling a story of how I burned myself. I'm still over here healing. Set myself on fire. Pretty good. So I tell my son, call 911. What's up, guys? Welcome to the chat. I'm in the middle of telling a story of how I almost died. I can turn 2 at once. Nice. This is why you don't put them next to each other. So I tell my son, call 911. We're off the rails here. And then I tell my wife, go get the fire extinguisher. So she does that. He calls 911. Yes, it's Mesa Plains. And then she comes down with the fire extinguisher. I go in my garage. Mind you, my face is still like sizzling. My jacket is still smoldering. The flames were so hot that I had 2 t-shirts and 2 sweatshirts on, and one was a thermal sweatshirt. And the other one was an electric sweatshirt, a Milwaukee. The hair on my chest melted, but didn't burn my skin, and the first 3 layers of clothing were undamaged. Yeah, guys, I'm building a mini map on this map. So I go back to the garage. The snow thrower is on its side, engulfed in flames. No skin grafts. I think I'm going to make pretty much a complete recovery. Like all the actions that I was doing, I was protecting my face enough that I only got 1st and 2nd degree. You don't need a skin graft until you get 3rd degree. So I grab the snow thrower that's in flames. I drag it out of the garage. My wife gives me a fire extinguisher. The first one she gives me was dead. Then we got a second one. I had 3 more. And open that up. I put the fire out in the garage. And we're on the phone with the police department, telling them it's on fire. And then I'm like, no, I put it out. Hey, we're going in a tunnel. My first time in the tunnel, guys. There we go. No, I'm laying the track. Making what we call a mini map. It's going to be all the industries in a very tight place with a lot of track. very confusing track with passenger trains that run all the time. You have to avoid them. And eventually I will make the map available to everyone with some switching scenarios. It's kind of like a game within a game. So back to my story. So it wasn't too long and the fire chief shows up. He looks at me, he's like, you don't look too good. I'm like, okay. So yeah, the fire chief looks at me. He's like, "You don't look so good." And the ambulance was on the way. I need to stop this train. All right, get out of here. And now we need to keep building. Oh, you can take these things out. Am I gonna hit that? It's gonna be one of those things. All right, we got our tunnel hooked up. I guess we need to make a branch off here. Oh yeah, ambulance ride. Wait, it gets better, dude. the whole first part of the story I told you was pretty bad. Wait for the second part. So I go in the house and I want to get my clothes off with all the gas on it because I stink like gas. I mean, the gas was all over me. So I do that and they're like, hey, the ambulance is here. You got to go. And I'm like, no, I'm getting the gas off of me. No, they're like, no, you have to go. They sounded pretty desperate. But me, I was just, my face was burned. That's all I felt at that point was that my face was burned pretty bad. So I managed to change most of my clothes. Still had some that smelled like gas. And then get in the ambulance. I walked to the ambulance. I was like, I'm okay, dude. I can walk. I was breathing fast because I was in a lot of pain, obviously. And the ambulance said, we have to call a paramedic to meet us because you're pretty bad and we need to do some things. So this paramedic guy met us from pretty far away. He came really quick. He got in and he hooked up an IV on me and started giving me morphine for the pain. Which really didn't help at all. I was in a lot of freaking pain. Oh my God. Anyway, we get to the hospital eventually. I had, did he? I think he did put oxygen on. Yeah. I think I did have oxygen as well. IV and morphine. I don't like this. It's too low. So I get to the hospital, and they said, "Okay." There was like 20 people on me. It was crazy. The commotion that was happening was like off the charts. They were freaking out more than I was freaking out. Honestly, I felt. And then the doctor was like, "We have to intubate you." I'm like, "But I'm breathing fine." No, you're gonna your airways are gonna close. They're gonna swell up and they're gonna close. And you're not going to be able to breathe, and then we'd have to do a tracheotomy on you. I'm like, well, I don't want that. She says, it's better if we do that now. What's up with this rock? This game is acting funny. So I'm like, okay. Give me a breathing tube. Little did I know that that involves putting you out. I feel like this is not. Oh, that's right. You can link now. I forgot. You can link to this stuff now. Yeah, tube me up, Doc. So, yeah. All right. So here's where the fucked up part comes. They give me drugs, right, intravenously. They're sticking needles in me. They're ripping my clothes off. They're doing all this stuff. There's all these people working on me. And they're like, we're going to have to transfer you to another better facility. I was like, okay. I didn't want to be in that hospital anyway. The one they were going to send me to was much better. I don't want that side. Let's see. All right, so they give me the drugs. The drugs, they paralyze you. Plain and simple. Isn't there something to link to over here? Wait, I see something. So I'm paralyzed, but I'm still awake. I can hear everything they're saying. I feel them put the tube in me. I feel them put the tube in me, and immediately it starts choking me. Immediately I don't want it, but I'm paralyzed. I can't tell them anything. Which was almost as scary as getting burned. Because not only you're paralyzed, you can't move your body or make a sound. You're not moving your lungs. You can't move your lungs. So I'm literally not breathing. I'm not breathing, dude. But the breathing tube is down there, and I feel like I'm suffocating to death. And I want the shit out of me. So I gather up all my strength in my mind and try to overcome being paralyzed. And I do. I start overcoming the medicine. I reach up to grab the tube, and the guy was like, "Oh, no, 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 you can't do that. You can't grab the tube." So then, he puts my hand down. I'm very weak. I can't move my hand much at all. So then I'm like, all right, I need to tell this guy that something's wrong here. So I gather up my strength again, and I was able to lift my hand up and start tapping him on the shoulder and then pointing at the tube. He's like, "What do you want? You want me to remove the tube?" He's like, "Oh no, we can't do that now." And I'm like, I just kept doing that. And then the other guy was like, "Hey, is this guy awake? He shouldn't be able to be doing that. What he's doing? He's supposed to be out. We need to give him more of whatever they were giving me." So finally, yeah, they gave me more, and then I went out, and then I went in a helicopter to the other hospital. And that was like a Monday afternoon, and then I didn't wake up until Tuesday morning with this freaking thing still in my throat that's choking me to death. So I immediately, I can't talk or do nothing. I'm like, I need to tell these people I don't want this shit in me anymore. I feel like I'm going to need to make a sharper turn than this. So I asked for a pen and paper. And I'm like, I want this out. They're like, oh, no, you can't. You can't. I mean, I'm breathing through my nose. My lungs are working. And my airway was open. Because I was actually able to breathe past the breathing tube, so to speak. It's not working. That didn't work out so well. Let's do this. Oh man. They were like, "Oh no, we can't. We can't." And in my head I'm like, I can't tell them. In my head I'm like, "Oh, yes you can. Yes, we can." So I kept writing different things saying, I'm choking, I can breathe. Then I was like, get the fucking thing out of my freaking lungs now. Took them like another 2 hours before they did it. But eventually they took it out. And then I stayed there for yeah, do it. Do it now. Please. So I had lost my voice right before they put me out because my throat was burned. And then when they took the thing out, I didn't have a voice. But then my voice kind of came back for like a day. But then it went away again for like a week. And I just got my voice back. Say like Wednesday it started working again. But I've been in pain. But I would say I'm about 80% healed after 2 weeks, which isn't so bad. Let's see. Can we just do this? I like this. This looks good. Let's take a look from the sky. Sexy curve. It works. So yeah. So I stayed in that facility for like another day and a half, and then they let me home. They're like, you're better off home so you don't get any germs in the hospital. You know what? We need to stick a mine over here. We need to incorporate a mine. And I was okay with them getting me the hell out of there. How are we going to get this mine involved? But I could only whisper for like a week. I need to get closer. Can't see what I'm doing. Maybe like right here? I think right here is good. And then I can put a little stonework under here. So that's my story, man. Yep. So, oh, by the way, this is not the first time I've burned my face off. Haha. Back in the 80s, had a radiator explode on me and sprayed me. And I was in the hospital for 5 days. And half my face was burned, my chest, my shoulder, my hand. I should have did it this way. So yeah, I kind of went through this once already in my life. Nice, right? All right, that doesn't look too... Oh, I hope I can remove this rock here. Yes. Get out of here. Get lost. Some of these, you don't know which ones you can remove. Here's the link. There we go. Should we link there? We should. Gotta get rid of this stuff. So I barely have like a voice right now. And I'm okay. You know, considering all things considered. Like I said, the only screwed up part now is like I keep reliving it. I guess that'll go away over time. How come when I place the track I fall? Strange. Yeah, I don't like the part of reliving it too much. Shit, I'm going to be 60 years old this year. I've been through a lot. Feel like I didn't need to go through this, but maybe I did. I don't know. Kind of humbles you, I guess. Maybe appreciate life a little more. Lumberjack. I'm official. Game says I'm a lumberjack. All right. Well, we still don't kind of have our loop laid out of where the passenger trains are going to run. I should have made a T over here. You know, I used to have a nice method for making T's. I'm never going to stop hitting G instead of middle mouse button. I also don't know why I'm making this mini map. Maybe if we can get some people together and play, I don't know. See how this works out. That is an odd looking T. It'll work. All right, we need another industry in here somewhere. We should also take this thing for a ride. Oh, wait. Fuel consumption is off. All right, that's fine for now. I don't need to be bothered with fuel consumption. Oh, by the way, I gave myself $500,000 to buy all sorts of good stuff. We're going to load this map up, man. I just hit something. There's a good test train. She can take the abuse. Is that it? No. Okay. We just hit something else. Man, she could take some abuse, huh? All right, let's connect this to that down there. Let's see how long we got going. An hour. Good old-fashioned stream, huh? One of my hour-long streams. All right, let's go to here. We're gonna have a little bit of grade on here. All right, we want to at least get one delivery going. I just started this map today. This may be a little tricky over here. Let's see what happens if I do this. It might be okay. I don't like it though. Let's redo this one. I'm not a big fan of this the way it figures track out for you. You still kind of have to get it close. A little more there. Like from here to there will be okay because it's already close. Doesn't want to connect. Why not? Oh, it's in the red. Doesn't like it. Okay. Let's get closer. We're going to hit the ground. We're good. Evil. Rocks are evil. Remember that, folks. Look at it. You saw how evil it looked? That one even looked evil. Evil ass rock. Tumbleweed. You saw that rock tried to kill me, right? Yeah, let's go over here. Let's back up and get some logs. How do we do that? We need to back up here. Let's go this way. The tunnel is not really conducive to a mini-map idea, but I just felt like I had to include it. I open up the map. Come on, guys. I want to see everything. I still have to delete all the other industries that I'm not using, or I don't have to. Can you feel the power? The power. All right. We need to put a turnaround in here, I guess. If I want to get going the other way. Let's see. We're making the mini map around this mountain here. We should make it like a dog bone loop. Oh, I see. Wait a second. Here's what we do. Just going to run the train backwards so that we can get a delivery in. What is up with that? Huh. Where did I go wrong? That is not okay. I did not see this hill here. I don't like doing little segments like this. Interesting hill. It's gonna mess us up when we're trying to make deliveries. Oh right. Let's put a switch in here. And let's put another one here. Like that thing is like aiming up to you. I guess we're still okay. Ain't pretty. I think my dinner's going to be ready soon. We better get these logs over there fast. Thank God for my wife. She's been taking care of me. Very fortunate. Wait, I can't do this yet. I need a little more track here so I can pull forward, do what I got to do. And we're just doing the bases here for the... I may change a bunch of stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see. I may change it around. You think this one will reach there? I don't think so. Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. I think they only hold 5, right? Yep. Oh wait. We're not connected yet. We have to connect this with that. Oh, this should really be a siding here. Let's go to here. We need a left switch. That's kind of ugly, huh? Never trust a rock. Remember, well, I'm never going to stop saying that either, by the way. Get rid of this. Join this back here. This is going to go. Oh my God. Of course. (6.5%). Jeez. That is not working out too well right there. Let's go from the other way. Oh my God, this is terrible. Let's see. I do this. What are the odds? No, it doesn't want to do it. Let's go right there. That looks pretty good. That looks way better. Well, let's see if we can get some logs in the sawmill. For the hell of it. Let's go, Betsy. Now, on the original mini-map, we made it more difficult to deliver to industries. Like if one industry had two sides to it, you had to approach from different parts of the map. Am I gonna hit anything down here? Oh, I see something. I see something in the track. Although I think that's not an object that we have to worry about. We're about to find out. Alright, cool. Right over it. Where'd the logs wind up? Oh, you can't see them. Can't you see them? They go. There they are. Oh, they're just under the water. That sucks. This whole thing needs to be a little bit higher. I think I can go into Railroad Studio and raise it up a little bit. Just enough so that the logs show. I think if I bring this platform up to that, I'll get it. All right, we did it. So to recap, mini-map, the new mini-map, part 1. Oh, look, you can see the logs now. Yeah, we're making lumber. Cool. What we're going to do is we're going to make a... what are we going to do? Oh, over here we should turn this way. And then we're going to put the rest of the industries here around this mountain. Everything's going to be close to each other. This will be our loop. Just going around here. And then I guess it goes, I'm going to have to make it a little different here. This might have to stay 2-track around so you can make deliveries without being interrupted by the passenger train. And then the other half is over here. Here you go. And then we have to build a massive freight yard somewhere. And all the industries will be within a very small part of the map. It's going to be more about switching and moving stuff than taking long journeys across the map where it takes you 20 minutes to get to the next industry. All right. Well, tune in again for part two, whenever that is. And I hope you're all doing better than I am after hearing my story. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right. Peace out, y'all.